Welcome back to episode 2 of the Craft Room Makeover, or studio as I like to call it. In this video we are making an IKEA hack craft table, but before you ask, it does not involve any Kallax units whatsoever. What we will be using is these cabinets that I've had on the wall. They are from the Ivor product range at IKEA. We're also going to be using a large IKEA desktop as well, which is the perfect size for this project. I did previously have a craft table in this room, however it lacked a lot of storage. It was basically made up of an old kitchen island with a large desktop, so this project is going to give me a lot more storage, and it's also going to free up the wall where the cabinets are for me to create some more storage there. So yeah, let's get into it. So I bought a load of plastic containers, which from a brand called Wham. I've got them from the range. They're pretty inexpensive, and they're perfect because you can see exactly what's in there, which is what I like.
Wake up, brother, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be.
Where did my husband find this? And for some bizarre reason I've kept it, but I don't know. It's very strange.
Some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
So we've got them emptied. I'm going to take them off the wall and then lay them upside down in here, and then we can start building the underneath frame for it.
Be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Right. I think I should have got the desktop out before I piled up all the contents of these cabinets in front of it. Never mind, right, we'll try and get that out.
Be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Okay, so I've just been doing my workings out to make sure that I've got the correct measurements for the cuts for the base. So the base is going to be made up of CLS timber, which is timber basically that you use for stud work and stuff. I went to B&Q earlier today to get all the supplies that I needed. Only thing that I didn't get is the board for the middle shelves, just because I'm not 100% certain what I want to use. I have got some bits of floorboard that potentially I could use for that bit. I didn't really want to get a sheet of ply and get that cut, because it would mean that I'd need to get a massive sheet of ply, and then there'd be still loads left over that I don't actually need. So yeah, I aren't 100% certain in terms of what I'm going to do with the middle shelving, but it doesn't stop me from getting the actual thing built. So the base is going to be made up of the CLS wood, and this is basically the framework. So we're going to have 2 here and here, which will run lengthways, and then we're going to have these ones coming across, so it will sit like this, and then underneath we'll have casters in each corner, and then the cabinets will sit on top here and here, and then we'll have the shelving in the middle, if that makes sense. I'm going to go and get that cut out, and then we can start getting it together. Okay, so I've come outside to cut the wood, just mark it out, and then once I've cut them all down to length, I'm going to take it all upstairs and put it all together upstairs. So to cut the wood, I am using a circular saw, and I've got a set square as well, so I can make sure I get a nice straight cut.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
Cutting wood.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. All that's flexibility, aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control, and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration.
So I've cut all my lengths of wood, so they're the correct lengths and stuff. So first thing I'll do is drill in some pilot holes. Probably don't necessarily need to do this because the screws that I've got are actual proper wood screws, but just to be on the safe side. Also, I have cut out some squares to go where the casters are going on the bottom of the units, just to reinforce the units where there's going to be sort of a bit more pressure on and stuff like that. So I've got those cut out. So I've marked out on here where the screw holes are going to go. So I'm putting in 2 screws in on each join. But I'm going to draw pilot holes in this bit first.
Make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it application. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Okay, so I've put my screws in through the pilot holes, and now I'm just going to get the bit that's going to go across here, on here. We're going to screw that in there.
It's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Make sure we're nice and straight as well.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. So life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo.
Okay, so now we've got the base. I'm going to put the supports in between.
Poison they ride, head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can stop all the bad for the...
You know what I should have done before I started was actually turn the cabinets upside down, laid them out roughly where they're going to be in terms of where this frame's going to sit, and then done the frame on there. So I think I'm going to just rearrange it so that the cabinets are upside down, and then I can finish off doing this frame. So let's do that. Might make it a bit easier.
When I'm lost, yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. Afloat, you cry.
Okay, so I don't know where I went wrong, but I've made it too big. So I'm going to semi-take it apart. Basically, these bits here are too long. They need to be shorter. I have no idea how I calculated it so wrong. Yeah, so I'm going to semi-take it apart, take it outside and cut it down to the right length. Okay, so I think I left it where I had to cut down these bits here because I completely measured it wrong. I don't know how I worked out the measurements that I got, but that's what I had. Thankfully, it was too long rather than too short. I just need to attach this back on and then we can go from there.
Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up.
Okay, so I've now made up the frame. I'm going to take this off because I think what I need to do is, so I can turn it over easily, is I need to attach the top underneath because I've got the units upside down at the moment. So I need to attach that, and then I can attach this, and then when it comes to flipping it over so it's the right way around, it will make it a lot more sturdier and a lot more stronger for me to be able to do that. Let's take this off and get the top screwed on.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Okay, so what I've done is I've screwed both these units together now. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside and attach the top from underneath, and then I'll do exactly the same on the other side.
I got to do the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it.
So the cabinets are now all attached together and they're attached to the desktop. However, the frame is still too wide. I don't know what the hell I'm measuring and how I'm working it out. So I'm going to take it apart again and I'm going to cut it down for the final time, third time lucky, and then we can get this attached, the wheels on, and then it will be ready to turn over. But I won't be able to do that until husband is here because it is rather large and it's going to need 2 people for us to turn it. So I've now cut them to the correct length. So yeah, let's get it all together and then we can get it attached to the base. Finished, and I've attached the frame to the base. And now I'm going to, so the casters are going to go in each corner, but to reinforce it, where the casters are going to go, I'm going to put some ply in the corners and I'm going to wood glue it and then screw it down. I'm using the Gorilla wood glue. This stuff is brilliant, it's fantastic. So, didn't really think about this bit here. The wheels that I've got, they've obviously got brakes on them, and because I've got like this plinth here, obviously when the wheel turns, it's going to be hitting the frame. So I don't know if it will be okay if I sit it in and it doesn't fully turn. will that make my life really difficult? Or do I sit it out so it can spin all the way around? But then I'm just worried if the wheels like sat like that, will that then make this corner really unstable? I know what I could do. I can make sure it got enough spin that way. Yeah, make sure it's got enough spin that way, and then that should give me enough movement, shouldn't it?
All you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration, and if I make a mistake, it's called education.
So I've now put the plates on for the wheels. I've wood glued them and I've also screwed them in so they're nice and secure. And now I'm going to add the casters on. So I have been debating whether the screws that I've got are going to be suitable, and yeah, I've decided they are. It's only the length, and bearing in mind that I've got a bit of ply and then a carcass of the cabinets at 18mm and the ply is 18mm, and I'm just worried the screws aren't long enough. I've got a 30mm screw and they're 6mm wide, so they should be sufficient. I'm just overthinking it, I think. Let's get them in and then we'll be ready to turn it over. Let's get these wheels on.
Try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
So we've got it flipped over and it's all the right way around. I'm really pleased with it. It's a little bit higher than what I thought, but actually I actually prefer it this height because it just means that like when I'm crafting or cutting out fabric and stuff, it's just a little bit better height than the previous one. Actually, let's measure it. So it's 99 centimetres tall. So I think your standard kitchen unit height's about 90 to 93 centimetres. So probably about 5 centimetres taller than your kitchen worktop, but it's actually quite a good height, and it's probably quite a good standing desk height as well for me. Yeah, we're near enough finished with it, but the only thing that I still need to do is do the shelving. Just went to B&Q and unfortunately the wood cutting service was closed, so that was a little bit annoying. That was a bit of a wasted journey, but never mind. So basically I'm just going to get some white furniture board and get that cut down to fit that gap. I'm going to get it loaded up with all the stuff that was in these cabinets. I'm not going to reorganise it just yet because obviously I still need to do the storage wall, which we'll be doing in the next video. So once I get that built, then I can probably have a bit of a rejig and a reorganise of all the stuff that I've got in here. But yeah, I'm just going to get everything back in the cupboard so it's out of the way and it gives me a bit more space in here.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
So the other day I managed to get the other side filled up, however I never got around to doing this side. This side's got mainly all like the home decor items and stuff. I've got my little helper down here as well.
You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head.
Anyway, if you're wondering why we have a lot of donkeys, it's because my husband is obsessed with donkeys. So we have got a lot of donkeys, and because people know this, they always used to buy donkeys.
Yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation.
I managed to get to B&Q yesterday and got the furniture board. Thankfully the cutting service was open. I do need to finish off the edges, so I've got the tape stuff that you put over the edges to finish it off. So I need to do that. However, on this board I just need to cut some notches out so it sits nicely in the unit. So I'm going to do that first and then we'll get the edges finished off.
Like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Okay, so I've got like this edging tape stuff which sticks to it. It's pre-glued, but it sticks with the heat from the iron.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be.
I've managed to put all the edging around this shelf, which is the middle shelf. I just need to do the bottom shelf. I mean, it's not the neatest in the middle, but it will do the job. So I'm going to get this slotted in.
Step 4. Everybody just do your thing.
Perfect. Okay, so it's been a few days since I've done anything with this. I've trimmed all the edges down on the shelving. What I'm going to do now though is just touch it up with some white paint where the laminate on the furniture board has come away, just to make it look a little bit neater than what it is, and then we can get it in situ. We can now get these back in situ and then start putting stuff on them. It's now in situ, the shelves are in, and now I just need to get the fabric in the middle and then it's done. On to the next project in the room.